the fact of
It's
they want to make content or the fact of they want to make, videos to help people. No, it's because they want to be accepted as a person.
they just want to be accepted and feel that like gratification of, oh, people know who I am. They don't think of me as some shithead dirtbag who has no fucking clue what's going on with his life. It's
Yeah.
like, I understand that.
And, you know, honestly, to answer your fucking question, I really can't tell you that everything's gonna be okay in 5 fucking minutes or in a couple of days. That is not my right to say. I cannot predict the
Oh
future.
yeah, nobody can.
There's
Nobody can say exactly what's gonna happen down the road.
Yeah.
It's guessing and opinions and just thoughts about what happens.
But I can tell you this. There's always a yin and yang.
There is always.
You're never going to get absolutely perfect amazingness. Perfect is non-existent.
Yeah, nobody is perfect. Nobody can achieve the fact that we call perfect.
But at the same time, you're not going to get this horrible hellhole that nothing's ever going to be right. No,
And that's how most people, even myself, feel. Like, and I know I'm talking weird right now, and no, it's not just for the podcast, but I'm really like into this fucking conversation right now. Like, I know some people start spouting like fake bullshit for shit like this. But I'm being completely honest with you. The only fucking reason I'm talking to you and getting so into this about other people and how things work is because now that we've gotten so far into this conversation, I've gotten like sucked in and just it's shit that needs to be said before it goes unsaid for too long.
I know what you mean by that, but doesn't this conversation, wasn't it its origin from more of a personal level? Yeah. So are you sure you want to continue to talk about it with this?
We can go back to the personal though. Like
I know. I'm just asking because
like there's still a lot that I really need to say.
Okay. Yeah.
Like I've just felt over the years, especially between me and you, that's our current topic on the topic. That's our subtopic on the topic of me.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I feel like me and you have fucking just over the years just grown so far apart.
And honestly,
I'm sorry for interrupting, but
no,
just and honestly, I feel like I'm just gonna flat out say it. And it's nothing against you. It's nothing against Rachel or anyone. It's just I don't like who you are when you're dating people. It just like I understand the want to, devote your time to the people you love, but I've always just felt that it's like you devote too much time to them and you kind of cut everyone off for a while.
To be honest, I can 100% agree with you with the majority of the people I was dating. I'm going to be honest. I was in that depressed state that I wanted love so bad that I made myself think that I was in love with this person. This is going to what you're saying. So the fact of thinking that I'm in love with someone, I assume that I need to be with them 24/7 or I want to be with them 24/7. So once you tell yourself that,
put CBD oil in the straw.
Once you tell people that 7 million fucking times, well, tell yourself that.
Just take the CBD out.
Where is it?
It's right there.
Once you tell yourself that like 7 million fucking times, you're going to assume that that's what you have to do. Those past 3 girls I was with, that honestly were completely fucking random.
Yeah, a lot of them you had just met online,
or necessarily personality wise. That's what I also told. That I just told her my feelings, and with Amanda, I did the same thing. It was really just rinse and repeat. I did the exact same thing with the last 3 girls. It was necessarily the fact of I just did not want to. I did not want to be in my life situation. So instead of owning up or realizing that I'm going through something and trying to fix it, I put it through the face of my relationship. So I used the internet and Xbox as a gateway to get out of all of it, and it worked for 1 or 2 months, and I got back in that depressing state.
Well, no, while we're on the topic of love and on the subtopic of love and on the main topic being myself, I just feel it's harder for me to find love, especially when it's not a kind of relationship like you have with Rachel, where you can just go see her whenever you want. You can go give her a hug, feel that physical
Yeah.
kind of relationship. Like that's what I need, but I can never find, because like parents or just family or something gets in the way of that, and it always just fucking I just find it so hard to find actual love. I found it with so few people that I'm just.
It's really because of two reasons, and one of the main reasons is the fact of people like to use a lot of keywords that were very heavy words back then,
They
very lightly.
use them very like
You know,
saying I love you. Yeah, everyone says it,
but
do you really mean it?
and the
Like
thing,
when you
yeah,
say it.
if you back then, if you told someone I love you, that was the most craziest that's like almost marrying someone essentially. Of course, it's not like the actual thing, but it's like that's how heavy the word meant. That means like, hey, I'm in love with you. I want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Oh, and everyone just
Or I'm
decides.
in love with you. Like I'm going crazy over you. But people use it like, hey, I like you.
People, and I've been so confused with best friends. Like I hate it when my friends say, "Oh yeah, I love you," like, but as a friend, I,
I
I
think it's kind of like
I'm gonna
family.
I'm gonna be real honest about it. Don't tell me you love me unless you're my family or you actually like feel love for me, because otherwise I'm just gonna think in my head, man, all the times people have told me they love me, now I just want to wonder, was it really true?
Yeah.
We had a viewer a second ago, but he kind of left.
Okay.
At like 2.
But
This conversation got deep as fuck.
back on what we were talking about,
I can taste the CBD.
I was very in that depressing state. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. With Rachel, I really haven't been doing that, dude. You just honestly, and I know why you think this way. Um, it was because of two bad examples. First time I had very bad food poisoning. Did you know that? I went to the doctors. I had food poisoning.
I don't know.
Yes, I did. I was making. I can even show you the medication right now after this. After I talk, I'm like, I will prove to you that I had bad food poisoning and I couldn't stay. And this time, my girlfriend, it's her birthday tomorrow, Aiden.
No, I get you, and
Yeah.
that's why you wanted to stay the night tonight. Plus,
And I didn't know you
didn't.
were coming.
I didn't know that either. I thought that had. My grandma just came into my room and was like, "Hey, you gonna go stay the night at Dom's?"
Yeah.
And just out of freaking top of my head, you're my best friend. I've known you all my life. Of course, I'd want to go hang out with you.
Yeah. But it's like
I
the
like
thing is, you know how
no
I figured it out?
I gotta tell you though, nobody really. I feel like nobody, and this is a shared thing between me and you. Nobody reads any like vital information that we need to know about specifically to us. Like fucking nobody told me I had a court scheduled appointment at 1 o'clock on Wednesday and I missed it because of that. Fucking nobody tells me shit until it's like 2 minutes before something has to happen.
Yeah, and my mom did that. My mom, literally, good example. My mom did that today. I was texting Rachel. I spent $50 on her for her birthday present. I got her a big ass flat screen TV because she's getting an Xbox and I'm gonna buy her. And because before we were gonna do long distance because of the situation with her parents.
No,
But I got all figured out.
they
Yeah.
want you to come be in the house.
But we got that all figured out. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna get the flat screen. I'm gonna bring my Xbox and we're gonna go game out and I'm gonna stay the night. And then out of nowhere, I was told you were there, and then you were mad at me, and then like
I wasn't mad at you.
she told me you were pissed at me.
No.
Yeah, she told me you were fucking mad at me. So I was like, you know what? Okay.
No, I just told her something. I was like, he always kind of did this in the past. And, I'm just kind of.
Yeah, but no,
I was
and
just
then
telling
I
your mom
felt
that-
like shit. So
I know.
like,
I was just kind of telling your mom that I was just kind of done with it. Like you had always done it. You'd like.
see, other times
You
I
would
will
we
fucking
would
admit.
I didn't know. So I was just kind of mad because I thought you had knew that I was coming over and then tried to stay at Rachel's, because you'd done it in the past where like you knew I was coming over and then you made plans to like have me stay, and then you tried to make plans to have me stay a different night, or you were trying to go do something else.
Yeah, no, I can explain those times actually too. Especially one where remember we were at that one house,
Which one?
your old place with I forgot her.
In Gilbert?
Yeah, with I brought my Xbox. That was a good example. I'm gonna be honest. It was because Amanda was making drama up and giving me anxiety, so I had to leave.
I know.
all of these reasons weren't.
No,
I know,
I
but
didn't mean like that.
I
I
know.
didn't mean that like
I'm letting
recent.
you know I fucked up.
I know. I just didn't mean
Yeah.
like that recent. I meant just like throughout all of our fucking life, you would try to stay over, and you would be like, "Oh well, I don't know. Or I'll stay another night."
I'll give you. Yeah, I know, and I'm giving you the context. It's either usually I was angry or I was having a panic attack. I'm being serious.
A lot of the time, I just felt like you did not want to hang out with me, and I'm sure there was like one or
Maybe
two.
when we first started hanging out,
Like-
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, there was like 1 or 2 nights where my
How
mom's-
did we become friends? Did we just like realize we had an Xbox, or I became friends with your sister or something?
Dude, you know what? I'm gonna be completely fucking honest with you. You know, we were sitting down and hanging out, and AJ, I was made to walk AJ and go in the house because remember I didn't even like you. Tell me that.
I know, you fucking kicked me. You know, for the longest time, you should have cried when I got in my car after you
Oh
kicked
yeah,
me.
no, you weren't crying. I was talking that shit. I was like, first time I got there, I was like, I was told to come, over there. So like, fuck, whatever. It's not that far.
You know, just goddamn, fuck it.
So
You
then
know,
we
I don't.
sit there.
Did you know it was my house?
Yeah. Well, she said it was Shay, and then she said Aiden's there. So I'm like, okay, fuck it, whatever. So we got there, and I remember sitting down, and out of nowhere, you offered me to play a game.
I was like, anyway, don't play.
And I was like, we popped in, and that was the first time I saw Halo Reach in 4 years.
I just told you, hey man, you wanna play a game?
I didn't know what Halo. I didn't even know what Halo was because the reason why it got me so attention, like gave me that attention, was because back then with my father,
You had played Halo together or something?
No, my dad abused me with domestic violence, and when he was done, or when I was just sitting there, or he was asleep, I would hop on the 360 and play Halo Reach. And it was the only thing I had for a couple of years when I was a kid.
So that's why you've gotten so like.
That's why I freaked the fuck out. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, because after that...
So essentially, I'm not saying this is like a fucking, oh, what a dick move. I'm just saying this is like, so let me get this right. Essentially, you just kind of used me for a while to play Reach.
No, what happened was I saw the game, got freaked out looking at it, and I started playing it with you. My main intentions were to play the game, and then slowly my sub-intentions were to hang out with you. First, I borrowed the game. I had I played 3, did you know I played 3 days straight on Halo Reach? Dude, you understand, you know how impossible it is to level that fucking character up on Reach? It takes years.
I know.
And I'm like, that's how much I was in love with the game. And I'm gonna be honest, it really isn't that fucking good of a game compared to anything else. It's the same as Halo 3.
I know, it was just, you had...
But it's like, going through the shit I went through as a kid after my
And having
father,
that is like your only like kind of escape.
Especially going through that domestic violence shelter for like 2 years. And there was nights where I was the only, for years, I was just sitting there in the dark on a shitty TV. Playing Reach by myself, dude, and I fucking loved it. For a year straight, I went on custom games and just went on the maps or played. You know how many games I played of Invasion as a kid by myself when it's a 16-player objective game, like that. I was such a little kid. I didn't know what depressed meant.
You thought depressed was just, oh, I'm sad.
I was like, okay, I'm sad. Let me play this game to feel better. Okay, let me try to play this. Like, I had nothing to do, so I progressed more. I got to, like, Captain 3. I fucking deleted it, made a new account. And the last one I made was, like, the Master 10. It's like a fucking little kid, dude. And then, I started getting online because, Rick got internet. And I was like, you know what? My old Xbox had a wireless adapter. So I'm like, I'm going to plug that shit in. And once I got that, dude, it was so fucking amazing. I hop in matchmaking, dude. Slayer, freaking Infection. It was amazing. Best time of my life because last time I played that was with my dad. And, he left and he told me to play it. And before he would do this thing where you remember those little memory cards where you could put your save data, he would just unplug it. Even though it was an online game, he would still do it. I remember that specifically. And, I would just sit there and I remember playing Infection. I'm like, holy shit, this is fucking fun. I love this so much. And that was all I had. So coming out of it and seeing that piece of childhood I thought I was never going to see again made me excited. And then you let me borrow the disc. And after that, we just started hanging out.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be honest, like, yeah, no, as a little kid, I had very selfish reasons. I didn't have a figure. My mom was either working all day, and Rick was there, but he just was fucking became.
It was just there.
He was just my stepdad. Just became. He was never trying to be a father figure. He was either like.
He
I
was
just
just-
realized this.
he was
Either
just- he-
fucking doing heroin with Michelle or Jake or Dave, or either fucking everything else. So like, I didn't have anything to do. So I'm like, I'll just play. And like, my sister was good. I took care of my sister. I knew she had friends. I knew she
AJ?
was happy. Yeah. Before like these past couple of years hit, and she's like going in a hard state. But everyone goes through that shit. But before she was happy, I knew she was happy. So I'm like, and then she has Chloe and Caitlin. She fucking loved them. There's a good example now. She just heard their name. She wants to see them right now.
She almost fucking cried right on the spot.
Yeah. So I mean, she was good. And
But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Dominic. I cried for the first time in, I don't know, 8 years, like a few days ago.
why is that?
There was just a bunch of shit going on where, how I was talking about how I'm just done with love.
Mm-hmm.
I had found someone, I was like, maybe this is the final chance, maybe this is just, something good can come out of this. And it was looking good at first, and then just fucking the very next day, they were breaking up with me for all these bullshit reasons that they had no support to. Like, oh, you just want me for sex, and I want to know somebody that loves me. And I just fucking.
Do you want my advice in this situation, or do you just want to express it? I'm from whatever.
I'm just gonna express myself right now, but I will take your advice.
I'll be right back. I am going to use the restroom for a quick second.
You do that.
By the way, you going to the mall with us for the whole punching bag?
I'm gonna try. See what we got up. Oh god, fuck that.
What's up?
Anyway, I just fucking. And fucking. Yeah, I had cried hard for the first time in 8 years.
It's gonna be pretty rough. At the same time, there was obviously some emotional blockage.
Definitely. I just wasn't able to cry. And I still don't care about a lot of fucking things. Like, I don't fear anything because a lot of the fears are connected to death. And if I don't fear death, I don't fear anything. And I don't fear death.
It's essentially not that you don't fear death. It's the fact
No, I
that
know.
you-
I'm just saying.
I know.
I literally don't fear anything because the way I perceive death is as this like release from the hell that is my life, and that was possibly the edgiest thing you'll ever hear me say. But it's honestly true. Like, I've tried to kill myself, and that's a hickey on your neck, and I'm just now noticing that.
Dude, I have how many fucking hiccups in my body right now. A lot.
Still hold a grudge against you for losing your virginity before me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like the world won't let me lose my virginity. Like, honestly. Like, I'll feel like I'm right there. It's about to happen. Oh yeah, gonna be the greatest night or day of my life. And then some fucking bullshit happens where nothing can go down, or they have to leave, or
You want to be completely honest with you?
yeah.
I think losing my virginity is one of the worst decisions I've ever made in my life. Being serious.
Explain. I know.
Because of essentially, I did it with someone I didn't love.
Was it Rose?
Yeah.
I think I have Rose on Snapchat by accident.
I don't fucking care. I was manipulated by Rose to essentially fuck her. Literally, she told me that she threatened me to break up with me if not, because she said if I loved her, that's what I do with a loved one. And I...
So she was a heavy slut.
No, I don't know. I don't really know what to say. You could.
I mean, you used to label her as a pincushion for the whole gym class's dicks.
No, she was.
I know.
I literally had a conversation with everyone in my fucking weight training class about how mirrors fucking sucked their dick in the class, or like somewhere
In
around post,
class?
not in class, somewhere around post. I don't know why I said at class, but well, I guess it's a class, but no, yeah, I was manipulated to do it.
I'm gonna be honest though, my life is so beyond fucked. Like, I know you're going places, there's so many opportunities for you, but for me, it's just beyond fucked. Like, I had opportunities, but I fucking smacked them out of the air. I was a dumb little kid, and I said, fuck all that. You know, what's this right here? Life choices that will, eventually lead me into a life of, prosperity, wealth, you know, a good life. This road, I'm gonna fucking die at the age of 23 because I thought I was some gangbanging little fucking retard who probably OD'd. Let's see. I'm gonna go down this fucking road just because I thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna be this cool little gangster kid.
Well, essentially, what are you trying to say is you ruined your life?
Yes, essentially, I'm trying to say I fucked my life beyond all comprehension.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real fucking straight with you. No, there's so many things you could fix right now. Here's a good example. Even if you were still a felon, which by the way, if you do not commit any more crimes after 18, teen court will take that away from you. You will not have any more charges. They will get clean, but still be on the record. So that means if people go look for your charge, they'll be on ink. Yeah. So.
Also, I have another court date on February 11th.
Don't fuck it up.
I don't even know what it's for.
Well, two. Even if you were a felon, dude, you could still fix your life. I know people that literally are supposed to not get fucking jobs and live good and live wealthy.
Well, yeah, I know. But,
and it's because of the fact
what I mean though is like.
I know what you mean.
I mean like when I mean I have fucked my life, I don't mean the decisions. I mean like I've fucked my body beyond the point of like. You know how hard it is for me to maintain a thought, and I don't mean that as like ADHD. I mean that as literally, I have forgotten the fact that I was talking. Like I'll be like, yeah. Wait, was I just talking? I don't. Or like I can, how I used to be able to do simple math. I have to fucking sit there and ponder what the answer is for a good minute now to do 12 plus 13. And that's not a joke. What is this talking?
Well, huh?
Oh, yeah, never mind.
Well, all I'm saying is that, do you want my advice?
Yes, I do very much.
Do you want me to give you my opinion on your next decision?
Yeah, also before you say anything, kind of wish you still had your Xbox over here.
Yeah, no, but
I brought my controller for nothing.
I mean, dude, I didn't know you were gonna fucking be here.
If
I did, I would have brought everything, but I was supposed to stay the night. Literally, my girlfriend got pissed at me because I came here, dude. I felt like shit for you.
I know, I'm sorry.
You didn't just no, don't be sorry. That's not your fucking fault. But like, I felt bad for you. I purposely went out of my way to come here because I knew you would be here by yourself with those two fucks, and like, I felt like shit. There's no need for that. So I'm like, yeah, no, it was like the day before her birthday. It's her birthday right now, but like, so I'm like, you know what? I'll just fucking come there like at 6 or 8, and I'll make it like 8. And they're here. So if you like to talk about this, we can do it another time.
Yeah.